So hi engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla and today I have a big surprise for you. So go ahead, first tell me whether I am audible and visible clearly to you. Just put a yes in the chat section and then we'll begin the session. So I'll be waiting for your yes and once it comes, we'll start the session. Fine. So please once confirm that are we audible and visible clearly? Just write a yes if I'm audible and visible. So great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. So now, let me tell you one thing. First of all, a lot of requests were coming regarding the statistics, the data science portion. So I decided that let's start a free series for you people where I can teach you statistics, where I can teach it absolutely free. Fine, number one. So this is absolutely free. And this WTF doesn't stand for what you're thinking, as simple as that. Fine. So this is Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. So primarily you'll be having classes on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and live I'll be teaching this for free. Alongside that, one small request that I'm not in the peak health condition, so I might cough while teaching. So pardon me for that. But apart from that, let me tell you that statistics is something which is very essential in the daily life as well as in the data domain. And data is the new oil nowadays, right? So I decided let's teach students about statistics in such an interesting manner and for free that they not just learn statistics, but also they learn that where it is used in data science. Because whenever you go about doing any course for data science or any cohort for data science, you will find that statistics is the basic module that before covering anything you have to complete. Fine. Before going ahead with any ML, DL, artificial intelligence, anything like that, you need to have solid grip on data science. If you want to be a data analyst, then again, you have to work here. Fine. So I decided let's teach you guys live, and for that I have absolutely blank slides. The reason is I'll be conversing with you people regularly in the class itself. Fine. So we'll keep it an interactive session so that we'll have proper amount of interactions from your as well as my side. This would be an interesting class for you and this won't be a very heavy class. This is first introductory class where I'll be teaching you a few concepts for statistics, and from tomorrow onwards you'll have proper dedicated heavy loaded sessions of statistics, but in a very interesting manner. By the time you end this series, this is a series that will go on every week, and by the time you end this series, you'll realize that you've learned every core fundamental concept of statistics which is required for data science as well as for data analysis. Fine. So let's understand, and the first question to you from my side is that what is statistics? Fine. I know we'll talk about it. I know that's what you're here for, to learn, but just tell me what is the basic understanding that you have. So data science or AI, which one is the best right now? I have a doubt. Basically, data science is a field that uses AI to transform data into meaningful insights. Fine. So data science is heavily dependent on AI. Now, guys, what is statistics? Just tell me your basic understanding, whatever you feel. Fine. Even if you feel it in one word, write it out. As simple as that. Google wala definition mat dena. Don't give Google definition. I'll provide you that. Don't worry. And take a copy, take a pen and start writing things. Fine. That is very important. Start writing things. Fine. So when I'll give you the proper definition for it and the fundamental understanding for it, then you write it out. Right now, you just drop that what do you understand from data and what do you understand from statistics. Okay, so analysis of data. Okay, analysis of data can be a good thought. However, statistics have a deeper meaning. Fine. Let's first of all understand as if we were 5-year-old. Fine. So guess that you have a big bag of candies and you don't know how many candies are there. Fine. And in that case, if you're a 5-year-old and you're trying to figure out that candy box, then what if I tell you that I'm giving you a magic toolbox, and through that you can count the number of candies, you can sort the candies color wise based on their color, you can sort them, and also you can predict that how many candies are there in it. Fine. So that is primarily statistics for you. Fine. I'll give you the definition as well. But data, whenever transformed to get a meaningful insight, is nothing but statistics. It is done using statistics, but the better definition, for the definition portion, I'll write it here. Don't worry. Fine. And this definition that I'm writing here, you can note this definition down, and that would be sufficient for your notes if you're making it. Fine. And I severely and strongly suggest that you make notes. This will help you out. Fine. So the definition of statistics says that it is a field that deals with collection, organization, analysis, as it was told in the live chat section by somebody, analysis, then interpretation, and presentation of data. Fine. So statistics is a field that deals with collection. First of all, you collect from raw sources, you collect the raw data. Fine. Then with the organization of data, I'll give you an example for that as well, don't worry. Then analysis, then interpretation, and then presentation of data. Now consider, you have 100 books. Fine. So first of all, you're collecting 100 books. That is collection of data. Now organizing them as per their categories, keeping them into the rack as per their categories, non-fiction, fiction, and keeping them according to their genre. Fine. Drama, or say novels, or say short stories. So keeping according to the genre that they belong to. Organization. Then analysis. How many books of which genre you have? That is analysis. How many books of which category you possess in your library? That is analysis portion. Then interpreting, that how many books should be added, or what books can be added, what exactly you can feel that this library will educate more on which portion or which category of books. Fine. So that is interpretation. And then presenting it in forms of charts, data, various histograms, etc. Fine. So charts, graphs, something like that. Fine. So that is presentation of data, so that you can straight away look at it, look at the presentation of data, and derive some meaningful insights. Fine. So that is primarily statistics. Now, why do we data scientists love this statistics so much? Why do we feel that this particular branch or this particular field is very, very important for us? Fine. So there is one very prominent, or I would say a very pertinent reason due to which we love it. Fine. बहुत prominent कारण है, और उसका reason ये है. For example, imagine your mother is making a cake. Fine. In that sense, if she is making a cake, I am a foodie, so I'll have a lot of food examples. Fine. So if any one of you feels hungry, then it's my fault, because I am a foodie. I'm myself enticed by food, so I'll be sharing the examples from food a lot. Fine. Now, imagine that your mother is making a cake. Fine. What if she gives you raw baking powder, raw wheat flour, milk, condensed milk, cream, fruits, everything? What if she gives you in the raw form? You'll not like it, right? You'll not like that much as you like cake, right? But when it is made into the cake, you love it. As simple as that. So data scientists, why do we love it? Because data scientists can transform raw data into meaningful insights. Fine. Using what? Using statistics, and various other techniques like CNN, regression, classification, various other techniques of AI and ML. But right now, using statistics, meaningful insights may you can convert it, and this is nothing but cake. Fine, and this is, I guess, me, who is very, very delighted to see cake written somewhere because I love eating. Fine, but apart from that, understand one thing, that data scientists love this field because their whole work is dependent on statistics. Fine. Now let's take a real life example. What if I tell you that all of you are already statisticians? All of you have been working on statistics since a long time. Fine. What if I tell you that? So all of you just drop me that where have you used statistics in your life? Somewhere or the other you might be using them. Fine. So go ahead and tell me in the live chat section. I'm waiting for your responses. Tell me in the live chat section that where you have used the statistics. Just drop any example you like. Fine. Wherever you have enjoyed statistics or where you have used statistics. So Pavitra, any responses from you? Write it out, whatever you feel like. Fine. So write out wherever you have used statistics in your life, and then I'll show you that all of you are actually statisticians. Census, wonderful, wonderful. That is actually a very good example. Thanks, Pavitra. So this is actually a very good example. In census, you actually use statistics, and there you try and check what is the percentage of increase, what is the average age of the population, what is the infant mortality rate, what is the birth rate, everything is checked in census. Fine. But that is still a complex example. I'll give you a very daily life example which will prove all of you are statisticians. Whenever anybody of you orders food from Zomato, fine, you check the rating of that restaurant, 4.3, 4.2, 4.1. How do you do that? That is an average rating. Fine. So when you use that average rating to derive a meaningful insight that whether this restaurant is good or not, then you are using a statistical tool. You are using statistics, and henceforth all of you are statisticians. Fine. So let's consider that there is an example, fine, where we have restaurant reviews, and one example is what I'm taking here is of restaurant reviews, and here I'll take the example of census because that is answered in our comment and chat section. Also, there is one more person, Manohar Bawandla, he's saying finding best routes. Exactly, for finding best routes as well, we use that out. Fine, for finding the shortest distances. Exactly, wonderful Manohar. So fine, again shortest distances को भी यहाँ लिख लेते हैं. Fine, shortest distances. Fine. Now if in this case, first of all, the restaurant reviews, consider that you have a data for a restaurant where this is the rating data, and the rating is somewhere like this: 4, 3, 1, 2. These are different ratings given by different customers. Fine. 4.5, 5. Fine. So if I take this example, I am randomly taking this example. Fine. And out of these random values, all of the values are the reviews or the ratings given by people to a specific restaurant. Fine. Say this is Vaibhav's restaurant, my restaurant. Fine. So to my restaurant, some people have given these ratings. I hate you, whoever has given the rating 1. Fine, I hate you. So in this case, if this is how we go about it, and if we try finding out the average for the same, what is average? Average is nothing but mean. Now this mean is a statistical tool. You have tools like mean, you have tools like mode, you have various other tools like median, you have covariance, standard deviation, a lot of things, a lot of tools. We'll study everything in detail in the upcoming classes, so don't worry. Just look here. What if I try finding out the average of it? So what would it be? 4 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4.5 plus 5 upon how many ratings are these? 6. So basically sum of all the ratings upon total number of ratings, basic mean formula. So I'll make sure that when I'll teach mean or the average in detail, I'll teach you about it. So don't worry that I don't know this formula, where did it come from? Don't worry, I'll teach you everything in detail, fine. But right now focus here. So if I focus here, then it becomes 8 plus 2, 10, 15, 19.5. So 19.5 upon 6, fine. So this is roughly somewhere around 3.2. So my restaurant rating is not good. I see I'm a bad cook, fine. So I don't have a very good rating for the restaurant, but this rating that you got is something that is the average or the mean of the restaurant ratings, fine. Now let's come to the census portion. Say that I have a lot of ages, say I have age, fine, of a particular district. I have age of all the individuals, fine, and these are around, say somebody is 25, somebody is 24, somebody is 40, somebody is 50, and so on, fine. And I say that there are 10,000 people living in that particular district. This is very less. Generally India is not that less populated. We are inflated in population, but just for an example, I'm taking 10,000 people. And I say that the sum that comes out in front of me is 33,000, fine, the sum that comes out. So the average or the mean that would come out to be would be 33, fine. Or what if I say that this comes out as 33, some random sum, let's take some random sum, 575. So this will become 33.575. So this is around approximately equal to 33.6, which can again be approximated to 34. So this is the average age of a district. Consider it your district, fine. Exactly, calculating percentages as well. We can calculate percentages as well. So wonderful, Pavitra, you guys are actually statisticians. I told you, fine, I told you that. But apart from that, understand the fact that statistics might look very easy, but when you understand the deeper concepts, you realize it has much more wider applications, fine. So alongside this, there was one more example where shortest distances were there, right? So from a particular route, I have distances calculated to a particular place. For example, to Manohar's home, because Manohar was the person who gave the shortest distances or the shortest routes or finding best routes, fine. Example, so Manohar, let's take your home as an example. We have to reach Manohar's home and we have to reach it from some metro station, nearest metro station, fine. And we have 5 routes. Now out of those 5 routes, I have first distance 4 km, another one is 3 km, another one is again 3 km, one is 5 km, and one is say 6 kilometers, fine. So out of these two, I know that the least value is this 3, number 1, and what is the most frequent value that is appearing here is 3. So mode here is 3. Now what can be the usage of this mode, we'll understand in the further classes, but right now we can see and calculate it, right? We can also calculate on the basis of this that what would be the average fuel consumption that would happen, fine. So such things can be calculated using statistics for calculating percentages. Bhargavi, sir, is this only statistics or continuous complete data science course? Now let me tell you one interesting thing, Bhargavi. I am teaching right now statistics, fine. This series would be for statistics, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the WTF series, fine. So this is WTF series, but for this WTF series, I have an interesting proposition for you. All of you students push us so much, nudge us so much that once this statistics complete, I take up another topic for data science. And this way, topic by topic, you can learn the complete data science, isn't it? So you force me, you force my comment section, you straight away put in the comment sections, you put in my Instagram, you put to my company, to my support, to my team, flood it everywhere if you want, fine. And then we'll be pushed enough and then we'll help you out, isn't it? So What if I give you some real life example of it? We just calculated this average age. Fine. Consider that the average age that you had was 33 for a district, and now Cadbury Dairy Milk wants to create an ad for this district so that their sales goes up. Fine. Now in this case, what will Cadbury do? Will Cadbury make an ad which is suitable for 5-year-olds? Will they make an ad where mostly people are toddlers? No, they'll not make it. They'll make a very mature ad. They'll make an ad which is emotional, a bit nostalgic. Fine. So they'll have their marketing campaign centered around this age. Fine. This average age was 33. Marketing campaign of Cadbury. And this is real life example. Such things happen. And data analysts and data scientists give this data so that such marketing campaigns can be created. But they just don't give the average of age. They give multiple factors together, and that's why they are highly paid. Fine. So marketing campaign can be created. How come? How you should create a marketing campaign for a 33-year-old? Emotional, fine, mature, alongside that a bit of nostalgia should be added, so nostalgic. If we are building ad somewhere around this sentiment, 33-year-olds can be targeted best. Also, parent giving chocolate to child. Now, if you see 33 is such an age where a lot of people become parents, a lot of don't. So when you have these three for the people who are not parents, great. And people who are parents, you have another attribute for them, isn't it? So you have a wonderful opportunity of creating a very successful marketing campaign. This is how real life statistics works. This is how application of statistics is done, and we'll learn about domains where statistics can be applied. Fine. So when we study the branch of statistics along these lines, we have to understand that such things, such magic can be done using it. Fine. You can actually calculate the average sales, not just average, you can predict what kind of sales would happen in next month. Fine. So say that somebody did 20 lakhs of business in first month, 13 second, 14 third, 15 fourth. So this is month on month sales. Fine, this is month on month sales data. So in this case, what if I tell you that I want to understand in 5th month, what is the prediction that you can do? The prediction is very simple. He might do 60, fine, 60 lakhs business or 60 lakhs revenue. Now, what you just did was simple linear regression, NML technique. To that level, you can break things down using statistics. So statistics does wonders. But how you can do it? You learn this in throughout session. So if you have any doubts by far, go ahead. I am reading your comments. You give me your doubts. Fine. So if you have any doubts by far, go ahead, comment it out. If there are no doubts, then we'll move forward and then we'll understand what's next. Okay, so I guess no specific doubts. Okay, now let me tell you one more thing. What if one day your college principal, if you are somebody who's studying in college, then your college principal. If you're a fresher, then also college principal. If you're somebody who's working in the company, then your HR does these jobs. Fine. So what if your company or your college tries to know what is your favorite ice cream subject? Fine, pardon, subject flavor. So somebody wrote something there and I got distracted. So pardon me for that. So what if your college or your HR tries to know a particular flavor of ice cream that you love? Fine. How will they do it? Now they want to order the most liked flavor. They cannot simply order anything. So they'll conduct a survey. They'll get the data, raw data, fine, which, for example, they have three options: butterscotch, they have strawberry, they have vanilla, fine, three options, and they float it around in a survey and everybody respond to it. Now in this case, what would happen? They will try finding out, for example, what I'm saying is, your college or company asked that butterscotch, fine, vanilla and strawberry. Yeah, I want to eat ice cream now. This is too tempting. Fine. So butterscotch, vanilla, strawberry. Now they took responses in a Google form and a drop down menu came and you can select any flavor. So how will the data look like? It would be like butterscotch, fine, somebody would be responding with this, then somebody would be like vanilla, then again somebody would be like butterscotch, fine, butterscotch, then somebody says strawberry, then somebody says vanilla again, and you get it. Pardon for spellings because I know I have put double N there. Again vanilla, then again vanilla, and then somebody again comes with strawberry. Fine. So just imagine you have this much data. You might have a lot more data, but for now imagine this small data set. So what they'll simply do is they'll find out mode. Fine. Mode is the number of frequency, or you'll say the number of more often times what has appeared. Fine. As simple as that. Which particular data point has the highest frequency, which comes more often in the data set. Fine. So out of these three options, which is appearing more often in the data set, which is coming more times. If you see visibly, it is vanilla. Vanilla is appearing 4 times, whereas butterscotch is twice, strawberry is twice. So HR or the college principal is clear. Majoritarianism wins, and then comes vanilla. So 2 homeworks for you here. One is study what is mean median mode. Try studying about it. Alongside that, study what majoritarianism is. Fine. This is not at all related to statistics, but very important for individuals, for people who should understand as citizens. Fine. So read out the NCERTs if possible, and there is a wonderful example of Brussels and Belgium. Fine. So Belgium has a city of Brussels, and you have a wonderful example of majoritarianism. You go ahead, study that and diversity, etc. if you have free time. Otherwise, stick to statistics, do the statistics homework. Fine. So clearly, Manohar, you're right. Vanilla is what one should try and one should go ahead with. So HR would simply straight away order vanilla. Fine. Or college principal would order vanilla. So this is how statistics is used in real life. You have various applications in various domains. So applications in domains. Fine. So when I talk about this, you have machine learning, you apply there. Fine. You apply in AI, you apply in data science. These are interlinked fields. You apply in data analysis, fine, or analytics, whatever you want to call it, business analytics. If you want risk analysis, analysts also use it. Fine. So risk analytics, and household, fine, and practically everywhere. Fine. So above 4 pointers are for you if you are answering somewhere in interview, and this is for your realistic understanding that in household and practically everywhere you use statistics in some or the other manner. I hope this was an interesting class for you, I hope, and I would suggest you that you go ahead, read a brief about statistics, try figuring out what is it. In the next lecture, we'll learn types of statistics and a lot more related concepts. Fine. So from tomorrow, proper conceptual classes are going to begin and you must not miss it. I'll not keep them very heavy. I'll not keep them very long. I'll not keep them 1 hour classes. I'll try that somewhere in the half an hour to 45 minutes, that even if you watch it during a travel or sitting somewhere in leisure time, you learn something about statistics. Fine. So types of statistics and various related concepts we learn tomorrow. Now what you have to do is, first of all, subscribe. Fine. Second, comment. And thirdly, go ahead, if you want to connect directly with me on Instagram, there is a handle called Shuklaji Speaks. Fine. So this is my Instagram handle, and this is also the small s. Fine. So Shuklaji Speaks is my handle. You can go ahead, connect with me there, follow me there, and I'll be answering your queries everywhere possible. Alongside this, if you learned something good in this lecture, if you enjoyed something in this lecture, go ahead, spread it to masses for free. Fine. Irrespective of that you share my video or not, go ahead, teach people. Go ahead, teach it to your juniors, your seniors. If you have paucity of time, go ahead, spread my video. I'll be happy. But more important is spread the knowledge. Keep doing good without any expectation. Good will come back to you in multiplied forms. Fine. Just keep doing good without any expectation. Expect kuch mat karna. And alongside that, I might have some imperfections like every human has. Fine. So मेरे अवगुण मुझ में छोड़ देना. Whatever good things you like, take them with you. जो गुण हो वो ले जाना. Fine. So have a wonderful day.